They must be teaching. Welcome to Alliance Against Northern Pass Orange People's News Update. I'm George.
And I'm Heather.
Today, we have good news from the governor's office on his views on Northern Pass.
Better news.
Better news on the Northern Pass. Governor Lynch goes on to say in his State of the State speech last night that he supports the goals of the Northern Pass, but he also says that the Northern Pass has to be done in a way that garners local support and without eminent domain.
Okay, so that was the key thing.
Eminent domain, yes.
Eminent domain.
I think this is the best news, the only news that we've got from Governor Lynch in over a year. Probably because of House Bill 648 and Jeannie Forrester and Bragdon's amendment that was passed last week. With this news, we feel that Governor Lynch is going to sign House Bill 648 with Jeannie Forrester and Bragdon's amendment to it, which is good news too.
Yeah, and I think that the key point to that has to do with the fact that he still supports the hydropower coming in, but he's also saying that the locals have to be for it, which I don't see that happening, but hey, other things have happened, and then no eminent domain.
Right, the key thing is no eminent domain.
Yeah.
We still have a battle. We got to keep pushing, and we got to keep working at stopping it or getting them to go underground along 93, 89, and 91. We can't let up.
That's going to be our goal in the legislature, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So Jeannie Forrester again, along with, do you know who else is supporting that bill?
Not Castle, who was it?
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the senator, but she submitted a amendment, I believe, to form a group to study undergrounding, set up a committee.
That's right.
To study undergrounding.
To study undergrounding along the already softened roadways.
Yes.
And now when we go back to talking about the Northern Pass, since we made this nice, I guess, a victory that we got in the State House by having the amendment that we wanted for HB 648 so that we don't have the threat of eminent domain. The next day, I think PSNH came right out and said, hey, we're just going to wait for the rules to change and then we'll get eminent domain anyway.
Yes.
So what they're waiting for...
They're waiting for the FERC regulations to change and ISO to change their rules. And then they're going to start again.
So what they want to do is they want to essentially broaden the term necessary energy project. They would like to include the word renewable, which would be big hydropower, because hydropower in the large hydropower is not considered green or clean because of the huge amount of damage that's mitigated when they flood thousands and thousands of acres of land. So it's not clean, and I'm hoping that they don't ever try to make it a green, green in our state. So, but they will try to broaden what is renewable, what is considered necessary by adding renewable, and therefore Martin Murray believes that the Northern Pass will definitely meet these goals, and that they could then again qualify for the eminent domain. So, that brings us to the new nominations for the Public Utilities Commission, because the Public Utilities Commission, they are the ones that actually will grant the police power of eminent domain to these companies. So Governor Lynch has appointed or nominated 3 people for 2 positions, I believe, in the PUC. So we'll talk about those just a little bit. First one being Amy Ignatius, who has been nominated for the chairperson. And Amy Ignatius is already on the PUC. Her background, just to mention, she had a practice at Divine Millinett, which I may have said that wrong, but it's a Manchester-based, one of the Manchester-based law firms I don't know if it's actually based in Manchester, is it? It's all over the place. Anyway, they have an office in Manchester that the Northern Pass has them on retainer, so they work for the Northern Pass. So, you know, when I look at Amy Ignatius, I see this connection, and I'm not too excited about it.
Is that a conflict of interest?
Yeah, or just the connection kind of sets up the connection that she worked for that law firm that then, you know, is spawning Ovid LaMontagne to go work, you know, to go for governor.
Governor.
Right, he's going to be
Yes.
he's going to be trying to make it into the governor's office. And he works for the same law firm, so there's obviously a connection there. And then there's Michael Harrington, who's another person that is nominated for one of the positions in the PUC, and he used to be on the Public Utilities Commission as a senior regulatory advisor. He also worked for Seabrook, so he has a heavy nuclear energy background, and as a matter of fact, I think that's what he went to school for.
Yes.
So, you know, I don't know. What do you think?
I'm thinking that, I don't think you want to know what I'm thinking,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it sounds like the beginning of the end of a master plot, putting these people.
It seems like that. I
It's
mean,
like
we could be wrong.
they're putting all the right people where they need them
You're right,
to get what they
exactly.
want.
Yeah, exactly.
And Governor Lynch is saying, unless the people want it, unless, you know, we're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
No eminent domain.
You know, when he says it has to be, you know, the landowners have to be for it, I simply think that he means that people will sell the land for the upper 40 miles, and if they do that, then the landowners are for it and they have a route. That's what I keep thinking. He's not talking about the rest of it,
No.
you know. I think
We have
that's-
some real heroes up north that are holding out and refusing tons of money for their land just to stop them. And as far as we know now, they don't even have a crossing
yeah.
of the border yet. They don't even have a crossing yet.
They don't have a crossing, and the project keeps getting pushed farther and farther into the future, so now it's set for 2016
2016,
to
yes.
be, yeah, built between 2014 and 2016, ready to operate, but it was between 2013 to 2015, so pushed back a year, we're doing good. And there's one more nominee, and his name is Robert Scott. He has an Air Force background, and he is an air quality person in New Hampshire, so that's his background, is in air quality. And he's going to be on this energy committee, or the utilities.
Is he going to study how high the air is where the towers are with his air background?
Yeah, I don't good question. I have no idea what, you know, how he plays into it. He seems to have a little bit less of a connection, but I could be wrong. I would be leaning towards him over Michael Harrington.
Right.
But again, if you want to be involved at all in these, there are hearings that are set up by Ray Burton, and there are two of them where you can actually find out more about these nominees, and they're going to be held Wednesday, February 8th and February 9th in two different locations. So we have February 8th from 6 to 7:30 at the Laconia City Library, where you can ask questions.
Yes,
of these guys.
you need to submit your questions online or by telephone to get on the agenda to ask your questions. That's the best way to.
Who would they call? Would they call Ray Burton's office?
Ray Burton's office, yes.
Okay.
I think that's the directions I got, is to call Ray
I don't have
Burton's
that
office.
number. Okay, and then the February 9th one is at Twin Mountain Town Office. Twin Mountain Town Office. So that's also from 6 to 7:30. And because the PUC grants the right to use eminent domain, it would be wise to sort of be interested in this if you're a Northern Pass opponent.
Absolutely. Yes, I would send some emails, or if you can take the drive and go voice your opinion or ask them a question. I'm going to ask, I would ask, are you going to uphold the New Hampshire Constitution and protect property rights and stop this project from taking eminent domain?
Right, and if you are a landowner, they have no right to threaten you with anything, and they have no right to enter your property or force you into any agreements. And they have landowner outreach specialists, and that, I think they're trying to force landowners into an agreement before they even do anything, which would essentially give over their land probably into an easement with PSNH.
I think they'll come and talk to you and make it sound all nice for you, and it's the best thing in the world to do, and they're gonna wheel and deal and schmooze you and coerce you, and in the end, you don't want to do it.
And they'll just ram it to you in the end.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so that's about all today, unless you have something else?
no, I think we'll have more after we attend Ray Burton's talk with
Yep.
the PUC next Wednesday. We're going to attend that, and we'll do an update then. And actually, I think I'll video some of that and put it on YouTube.
And if you're interested in reading a little bit more, you can go to our website at knonorthernpass.org. And we have links to other sites as well, because there are so many different people writing about the Northern Pass. You know, our site has some, and there's always a different perspective. It's really nice.
Right.
So you can click on some different links, or you can write us at supportus@knonorthernpass.org.
Right. Okay, I think that's about wraps it up for today.
So,
Okay.
thanks for
And
listening.
Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week. We're off.